They rejected you. Good. Here's what Jung would say. Carl Jung reveals why rejection controls your mind. Rejection, a closed door or an opportunity for breakthrough. Have you ever felt rejected? A failed romance? A dream job slipping away? Or even the feeling of being forgotten by someone? Rejection is not just an ordinary experience, it can become an obsession that consumes your thoughts, emotions, and even your sense of identity. But why does rejection hold such tremendous power? Why can't we just shake it off and move on? Rejection doesn't just hurt, it rewires your brain, reinforcing feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. Scientific research has shown that social rejection activates the same neural pathways as physical pain, which is why it can feel like an emotional wound that never fully heals. And beyond the pain itself, rejection taps into the deeper realms of psychology, stirring up past traumas, unmet childhood needs, and unresolved inner conflicts. Carl Jung, one of the greatest thinkers in depth psychology, unlocked this mystery by exploring the unconscious mind and the hidden forces that shape our behavior. In today's video, we'll uncover the hidden truth behind the pain of rejection, how your mind turns it into a personal drama, and how to transform rejection into a powerful tool for self-growth. You'll learn why rejection can feel unbearable, how psychological projections and childhood conditioning shape our response to it, and most importantly, how to reclaim your power by shifting your mindset and embracing self-discovery. Because rejection is not the end, it's the beginning of an internal revolution. By confronting your deepest fears and breaking free from unconscious patterns, you can turn rejection into an opportunity for profound personal growth and transformation. Rejection, a mirror reflecting your inner shadows. Carl Jung once said that every person has a shadow self, the hidden side of the psyche that we often avoid. It is where our unresolved traumas, unexpressed emotions, and deepest insecurities reside. This shadow self influences our reactions and behaviors in ways we may not even realize, shaping our perceptions of self-worth and belonging. When we experience rejection, it is not just about being denied by another person. It's a direct confrontation with our deepest fears, the fear of not being enough, the fear of being unlovable, and the fear of inadequacy. Rejection acts as a psychological trigger, surfacing old wounds and suppressed beliefs about ourselves. The mind begins to spiral into self-doubt, replaying past failures, and reinforcing narratives of unworthiness. However, Jung believed that rather than fearing our shadow, we should engage with it. Rejection is an opportunity to explore the aspects of ourselves that we have ignored or hidden away. It compels us to ask difficult questions. Why does this rejection hurt so much? What insecurities has it awakened in me? By acknowledging and understanding these hidden fears, we gain the power to break free from their hold and transform rejection into a path of self-awareness and growth. Imagine being ghosted by someone you deeply admire. The pain doesn't just stem from their silence, it's the whirlwind of thoughts in your mind. Am I not good enough? Did I do something wrong? Rejection unknowingly opens Pandora's box filled with insecurities and self-doubt. It forces you to relive moments of past failures, surfacing fears of abandonment and inadequacy that may have been buried deep in your subconscious. However, according to Jung, instead of fearing or avoiding it, we should confront our shadow. This means acknowledging the parts of ourselves that we struggle with, the self-doubt, the unhealed wounds, and the patterns of thought that keep us trapped in cycles of rejection and validation seeking. Within that pain lies a treasure trove of self-awareness, a chance to see beyond the rejection itself and uncover the real source of our suffering. When someone rejects us, we often assume it's because we lack something they value. But what if rejection is not about deficiency but about incompatibility? What if their silence is not a reflection of your worth, but rather a sign that their role in your life is not meant to be permanent? Learning to see rejection as redirection can be empowering. It shifts the focus from external validation to inner understanding. From pain to personal growth. When someone rejects you, it may be because they embody qualities you admire but have yet to recognize in yourself. For example, you're drawn to a confident and charismatic person, and when they leave, you feel worthless. This means you are lacking the very confidence they represent. Their presence serves as a mirror reflecting an aspect of yourself that remains underdeveloped, hidden beneath layers of insecurity and self-doubt. Instead of perceiving rejection as a personal failure, it can be viewed as an invitation to cultivate these qualities within yourself. The people we are most drawn to often symbolize traits we wish we had. When they reject us, it is not necessarily about us being unworthy, it is about us needing to awaken the dormant strengths within. The discomfort of rejection, then, is an opportunity for self-inquiry. What qualities did I admire in them that I can now develop in myself? By shifting the focus inward, we reclaim the power we unconsciously assigned to others, realizing that what we seek externally already exists within us, waiting to be embraced and nurtured. Projection, when your mind distorts reality. Jung believed that we unconsciously project parts of ourselves onto others. When someone rejects you, they stop being just a person, they become a reflection of your unresolved emotions, insecurities, or unmet needs. Their rejection can feel disproportionately painful because it activates something buried deep within you, perhaps a fear of abandonment, a need for validation, or an internalized belief of unworthiness. Instead of seeing rejection as a purely external event, Jungian psychology urges us to view it as an inner experience. Often, we attach meaning to rejection based on our past conditioning and unconscious narratives. The person who rejects us unknowingly plays a role in awakening these hidden aspects of ourselves, presenting us with an opportunity for self-exploration and healing. When we recognize projection for what it is, we begin to take responsibility for our emotions rather than attributing them entirely to external circumstances. This shift in perspective can help us reclaim our personal power, break free from unhealthy attachment patterns, and ultimately, transform rejection into a catalyst for self-awareness and emotional growth. Think about someone you once loved but couldn't forget. Were they truly perfect? Or was your mind exaggerating their image? Chances are, they simply carried something you felt you were missing, perhaps validation, recognition, or security. When we experience deep emotional connections, our subconscious often magnifies the qualities we admire, intertwining them with our personal needs and desires. This can lead to unrealistic expectations, making the rejection or loss of that person even more painful. Sometimes, we don't just project, we idealize, turning them into a flawless figure when, in reality, they are just another human with their own flaws. We may associate their presence with feelings of safety, love, or validation that we long for, believing that only they can fulfill those needs. However, by doing so, we unknowingly place our happiness in their hands, making it even harder to let go. The truth is, the qualities we admire in others often reflect what we need to nurture within ourselves. Recognizing this helps you see things more clearly. The person who rejected you is neither a hero nor a villain in your life's story. They are simply another individual on their own journey, making choices that align with their path. Instead of fixating on their perceived perfection, use this moment as an opportunity to identify and cultivate the strengths you once sought in them. This shift in perspective allows you to reclaim your emotional independence, fostering self-growth and resilience. Recognizing this helps you see things more clearly. The person who rejected you is neither a hero nor a villain in your life's story. They are just someone who chose a different path, and that's okay. Archetypes, Anima and Animus. When rejection becomes an identity crisis, Jung believed that each of us carries psychological blueprints known as archetypes, which shape how we connect with others. These archetypes exist in our collective unconscious and serve as templates for how we perceive and engage in relationships. Two of the most significant archetypes in romantic and interpersonal connections are Anima, the feminine energy in men, and Animus, the masculine energy in women. When you feel an intense attraction to someone, it's not just physical, it's a deep unconscious resonance between these archetypes. The person we are drawn to often embodies qualities we unconsciously seek within ourselves. For example, a man who is mesmerized by a deeply intuitive and emotionally expressive woman may actually be yearning to connect with his own emotional depth, a side of himself he has yet to fully acknowledge. Conversely, a woman who is captivated by a strong, assertive man may be unconsciously seeking to develop her own sense of confidence and power. This explains why rejection in such relationships can feel devastating. It's not just about losing a person, but about feeling disconnected from a crucial part of yourself. The pain of rejection, therefore, is an invitation to turn inward and integrate those qualities, rather than seek them externally in another person. Recognizing this dynamic can shift the way we experience rejection, turning it from a source of suffering into an opportunity for profound self-discovery and psychological growth. If you are a man and feel devastated after being rejected by a creative and nurturing woman, this could trigger an internal identity crisis. You may feel as though a part of you has been lost because she embodied the anima qualities you have yet to develop, qualities such as emotional depth, intuition, and nurturing energy. However, rather than seeing this loss as a deficiency, Jungian psychology suggests that it is an invitation to turn inward and integrate these qualities into your own psyche. The admiration and longing you felt were not just about her, they were about recognizing something within yourself that remains unexplored. When someone embodies an aspect of ourselves that we have not yet embraced, their rejection can feel like a painful reminder of what we lack. But in reality, these qualities have always existed within you, waiting to be uncovered. The process of individuation, as Jung described, involves making the unconscious conscious, acknowledging and developing these internal aspects so that you no longer seek them solely in external relationships. Instead of dwelling on the loss, use it as a catalyst for self-growth. Ask yourself, what qualities did I admire in this person? And how can I cultivate them within myself? By doing so, you shift from a mindset of dependence on external validation to one of personal empowerment, allowing rejection to serve as a stepping stone towards wholeness and self-realization. Rejection as a catalyst for individuation. Jung believed that life's ultimate goal is individuation, becoming the most complete and authentic version of yourself. And sometimes, rejection is the powerful catalyst that propels you toward this journey. When someone rejects you, whether in love, career, or friendships, it forces you to reevaluate your sense of self. Instead of seeking validation externally, you begin to turn inward, discovering the areas where personal growth is needed. Rejection exposes the unconscious wounds and insecurities that have been influencing your thoughts and behaviors. This discomfort, though painful, presents a rare opportunity to confront these hidden aspects of yourself. By embracing self-reflection, you can uncover deep-seated fears and patterns, ultimately working to heal and integrate them. When you shift your perspective, rejection transforms from a painful experience into a guiding force. It signals where adjustments are needed in your self-perception and choices. Through individuation, you cultivate resilience, emotional independence, and a clearer sense of purpose. In essence, rejection is not a barrier, it is a redirection, pushing you toward the path of true self-discovery and fulfillment. Imagine being rejected from your dream job. Initially, you may feel defeated and start doubting yourself. The weight of rejection can make you question your abilities and even your worth. But if you look deeper, this could be a pivotal moment, an opportunity to reassess your career path, refine your skills, or explore an avenue that aligns more authentically with your strengths and aspirations. Rejection, in this sense, is not just an obstacle but a redirection. It forces you to ask essential questions. Was this truly the best fit for me? What can I learn from this experience? And how can I grow from this setback? Some of the most successful people in history have faced rejection, yet they used it as fuel to propel them forward. The lessons learned from rejection often lead to resilience, deeper self-awareness, and the ability to pivot towards something even greater. What first appears to be a closed door may actually be the universe guiding you toward a more fulfilling and meaningful path. Similarly, if someone rejects you in love, instead of drowning in sorrow, ask yourself, am I giving myself enough love? Do I truly understand my own worth? Rather than obsessing over the one who left, use that rejection as a driving force to become a better version of yourself. Conclusion: turning rejection into strength. Rejection is not a sentence, it's a lesson. A gateway to deeper self-awareness. It acts as a mirror, reflecting the shadows you need to confront, revealing unhealed wounds and unresolved fears. It is an opportunity to explore the aspects of yourself that require growth and integration. A necessary step toward emotional resilience and authenticity. When you perceive rejection as a catalyst rather than a setback, it becomes a powerful tool for transformation. By understanding the psychological mechanisms behind rejection, you can free yourself from the grip of external validation and shift your focus toward self-acceptance. Instead of seeking approval from others, you begin to cultivate inner strength and confidence, reinforcing your sense of self-worth from within. The ability to reframe rejection as redirection empowers you to take control of your narrative, turning pain into personal evolution and emotional freedom. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your story might just inspire someone else on their path to self-discovery. And remember, every rejection is not an ending, it's a step toward becoming a stronger, wiser version of yourself. Welcome to Practical Philosophy, where wisdom and self-mastery come to life. Here, we explore the depths of human psychology, philosophy, and personal growth to help you cultivate resilience, clarity, and self-awareness. If you found value in this journey, don't forget to subscribe, like, and join our community of thinkers and seekers. Let's continue this path toward greater understanding together.